Good evening, everybody. I'm Chris Lozzi. Welcome to Rack's Pub and Grill in Williamstown. BFA Sports presents The Coaches Show with the Williamstown Braves head coach, Tom Kelly. And we welcome you here again as we are live 24 hours away from kickoff as the Braves will host the Lenape Indians right here tomorrow night on BFA. Coffee and I will have the action at 7 o'clock, and with the coach. Tough game against Millville last week. Everybody knows it. They are the defending state champions. But you said to me off camera, and we'll get into all the X's and O's, you had a shot. You had them on the ropes.
Yeah, we had them on the ropes in the first half. We were down 21-0 at one point, made mistakes, self-inflicted, but I didn't panic at all. At no point during that time did I panic because offensively we were moving the ball very, very well. You take away those penalties and we score, it's a different game. So 21-0 quickly turned into 21-14. And from that point, a couple more mistakes, and then you give a team like Millville a little breathing room, they can really exploit you and kind of run away with it.
So I want to talk about, you did mention the fact that you were moving the ball. Fourth down conversion on the opening drive, but then Drew gets a pick.
Yeah, it was there. It was there. And talking to Drew, if Drew could take that throw back, he would. But, that's part of the game. What I really enjoyed, especially with Drew, was his poise when he got back into the game. He didn't hang on that mistake. He brushed it off, got back in there, played football, and got us back into, a part where, we were competing at one point again.
You keep mentioning mistakes. This is the third week in a row we've met here, and this is the third week in a row we've discussed mistakes, but it's usually of different variety.
Yeah.
What was it Friday night?
A little mix of everything. Bad penalties. I don't like the unsportsmanlike or the personal foul penalties. I mean, that's a big no-no for me. So we had a big one when we pinned them deep inside the 5, inside the 10. We were going in the fourth down there. Drop passes, fumbles. It was a little mix of everything. So, yeah, a team like Millville, you cannot make mistakes like that and expect to win the game. Any of the teams that we play.
It's kind of shocking to make a comment that you had them on the ropes after you were down by 3 scores, but you did turn it around, and at one point you're getting the ball back down 7.
Yeah, our special teams, primarily our kick return, they did an outstanding job with their blocking and running. We took a look at them on film, saw some areas that they were a little weak in special teams. We were able to take advantage of it, get in very, very good field position. We're able to convert 2 touchdowns out of that. So I wasn't panicking. I knew we were close to breaking one on kick return, which we did twice. And we converted, like I said, and then, the penalties and the mistakes really hurt us.
Coming out into the second half then, at that point, you were behind the 8 ball as it is.
Yeah, you get a team like that momentum. It was 21-14. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind it's 21-21. We get the ball back. We're going down and scoring 100% with our momentum. So you go from 21-21 to 28-14. That's a major swing.
So as we progress in this season, the Braves are now sitting at 1-2 with a big one this Friday night, which is actually tomorrow night since we're live here. Lenape, it's a rivalry game. We're going to get into that a little later on with the intangibles, but the week now of practice, which you've had, I ask you this each week, what did you take from practice this week, and how is it going to affect the team tomorrow night?
Well, we just finished our walkthrough today, and I told the players that this week was one of the most consistent weeks that we had. There wasn't a time or drill we were down or, one side of the ball was carrying the other. It was very, very consistent all week. I thought our focus was much better. Now we have to execute.
Well, and as I said, the opponent is Lenape, and we'll come back and we will talk about the Lenape Indians as the Coaches Show continues here live from Rex Pub and Grill here on BFA Sports.
No one out-cheeses, out-meats, out-supremes, out-crusts, or outstuffs the Hut. Because when it comes to making your favorites, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopaedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
Order your Pizza Hut faves like Original Pan, Original Stuffed Crust, and more at pizzahut.com.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
Pizza Hut wings are bigger and better than the other pizza guys' wings. No one outwings the Hut.
The Claridge is the best destination to stay and play on the boardwalk in Atlantic City. Just steps away from the ocean, the Claridge has it all. The city's ultimate rooftop bar, wonderful restaurants, classic guest rooms with ultra-high-speed Wi-Fi, and 100,000 square feet of banquet and convention space for events and the wedding of your dreams. Book at Claridge.com for the best rates and find the best package for your stay. Discover all the Claridge has to offer.
Welcome back to Rex Pub and Grill here in Williamstown. We're here each and every Tuesday night, even though it's Thursday, for the Coaches Show here with Tom Kelly. And we'll bring players on like right now. We have with us senior cornerback Mark Williams. And your name has been mentioned quite often in one of those unsung heroes. We'll start with the good. We'll get to the bad, but we'll start with the good. You're basically labeled now as a shutdown corner. How do you feel about that?
I'm pretty happy about it. You know, there's still some improvement I got to make. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect. But, yeah, I'm just looking forward to the next game. It's going to be locked down there, too.
Coach Gordon, you know, puts you on their number one wideout. You understand that, right?
Yes.
And you know you got a big task this weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who you're going to be facing?
Yeah, Lenape.
Some scouting they did, right?
Yeah.
But that's a formidable offense. And talk about this young man. I mean, we've been up here again. This is our third show together with the season one before that. His name's been up pretty much every week.
Yeah, you know, Mark has overcome a lot of adversity. Just the injury bug has really, you know, held him down to play, you know, to be able to play at a high level, which we all know he's very, very capable of. So, you know, he was looking good for a little bit last year, had that unfortunate injury with the hip, you know, pretty much sidelined him all last year. This year's a different story. Stayed healthy, you know, runs track, which I'm a big fan of. Excellent at track. You can put him at any event and he'll do it, any event, and he will excel. And that just transfers over to the football field. And his level of, you know, paying attention to detail, his knowledge of the game has gotten much better. You know, talking to him all week, I said, listen, we're just going to line you up. You'll punch him in the mouth. You might get beat. Get back up and play again, you know, and that's what he did. You know, it was a tall task for those corners in that secondary, you know, the way we played Millville. And they had an outstanding next play mentality. And there were a lot of times where they kept, you know, they were able to keep those guys in check. a team that's very, very explosive.
So you heard the coach's synopsis of the game and what went wrong. How about from your perspective in the locker room and the players, what went wrong on Friday night?
I think we just needed to focus more beforehand the game, like before the game and stuff. And like I feel like people were just like messing around a little bit, and we should have locked in more. You know what I'm saying, before the game. And yeah, that's really it. We gotta focus on what we gotta do, and bring in the next game.
There are 6 captains on this team that we introduced in the beginning. What was their message at halftime?
Halftime, it was really just because a lot of people were in their head, like they knew what they do, but they just kept messing up and stuff, and just to like lock in and stuff.
So why is this week going to be different, Mark?
I feel like, we made our mistakes last game, and we going to define these mistakes, and like it's not going to happen again. You know what I'm saying?
The mistakes that you're talking about, we bring this up each and every week. We don't want to be talking about mistakes next week, though, right? And that's what it's going to take to beat a good Lenape team. Have you done some scouting on them?
Yes, I've seen their corners. I've seen how their quarterback's thrown, and I've studied how he's thrown, how he's took his drop steps back, and stuff like that.
And that's a credit to the coaching staff, too, that you're able to pinpoint that. Again, a win puts you back at 2-2. You're in the upper echelon of this division. Lenape, Cherokee, Millville, still all about PowerPoints, though, isn't it, Coach?
One game at a time. One game at a time. We're not thinking about PowerPoints or anything like that right now. We are way too, we've got to focus on. There's no PowerPoints if you can't fix mistakes, So once we're able to fix the mistakes and play the kind of football that we can play, all right, the PowerPoints are going to speak for themselves. Trust me, because we're pretty explosive. Last time I checked, to put 28 points on the board against a very good Millville defense, a very, very fast and physical defense, is a very good sign. You look at RV, the mistakes were, running the wrong plays, not lining up right, but now we clean those things up. Now we got to protect the ball a little bit more. You know what I mean? Once those two things come together, then we'll start talking about PowerPoints.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's, have you ever seen the Chop House go crazy?
Yeah, every time we walk on the field, we run through the flag, you see the Chop House on the left.
Rumor has it tomorrow night's going to be unlike anything you've ever seen before. You ready to do that?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Mark Williams, everybody. We're going to come back with more here on the Coaches Show. We are live at Rex Pub and Grill here in Williamstown.
No one out-cheeses, out-meats, out-supremes, out-crusts, or outstuffs the Hut. Because when it comes to making your favorites, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopaedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
Pizza Hut wings are bigger and better than the other pizza guys' wings. No one outwings the Hut.
The Claridge is the best destination to stay and play on the boardwalk in Atlantic City. Just steps away from the ocean, the Claridge has it all. The city's ultimate rooftop bar, wonderful restaurants, classic guest rooms with ultra-high-speed Wi-Fi, and 100,000 square feet of banquet and convention space for events and the wedding of your dreams. Book at Claridge.com for the best rates and find the best package for your stay. Discover all the Claridge has to offer.
We're back here at Rack's Pub and Grill in Williamstown, the coach's show with the head coach of the Williamstown Braves, Tom Kelly. Not many high school programs in South Jersey have their own television network, let alone what we're about to introduce you to. They call themselves the Chop House. It is one of the most uncomfortable places to play football in if you're a visitor in South Jersey when you come to Williamstown. And we are joined by 3 of those members of the Chop House. So introduce yourselves first. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Josiah Carey. I'm a senior at Williamstown High School.
I'm Brianna Rutland. I'm a senior at Williamstown High School.
And I'm Owen Denton, and I'm a senior at Williamstown High School.
Look at the smiles on these kids' faces, everybody. I have to tell you that Coffee and I talk, by the way, that's the guy I do the games with on television, right? All right. Coffee and I talk about each week about the Chop House. We do our open sometimes in there. Who is the ringleader of this amongst you 3?
Me.
You. All right. What are you going to ring lead?
Everything. Well,
Yeah?
we going to make sure Lenape don't want to come back. They're not coming back. Nah, it's over.
What do you got in mind?
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
All right, you're done. Brianna, go ahead. You tell me.
I see it from a different perspective. I'm a cheer captain, so I'm on the cheer stance of it and the theme side of it. But I'm really excited. I think everyone's excited for the whiteout and the pregame interview. So we're all excited and ready to show Lenape what's going to happen tomorrow night.
So this is breaking news. It's a whiteout tomorrow night.
Yeah.
All right. What's a whiteout?
Everyone's wearing all white, basically.
Well, how's that going to be intimidating?
Well, usually it shows that we're a collective group and that we could really show our school spirit and our team spirit. So.
Anything special that you guys talk about during the week? Like, hey, let's do this?
Yeah.
Give us something.
So we usually, the week prior, we pick a theme, and usually we see what the school wants to do as well, and we usually do a vote. Like, that's what we did this week, and a lot of people wanted a whiteout, and we were excited for it, so that's what we chose.
About the whiteout, you got something going on that's unique or something, or like in a particular part of the game you do something that's goofy, or no?
Well, we got some towels that we're gonna wave. We got a lot of towels
Cool.
we're gonna wave, and we got usually they wear white jerseys, but again, I think it's just that we all collectively, no matter what the theme is, like we all collectively wear the same color, and it just shows our school spirit.
How long have you guys been doing this with the Chop House?
This is our first year. It's a tradition. They pass it down to new seniors every year. So when I was a freshman, that was like the first year it was introduced. And I was always like, wow, I would like to run it. So all the seniors, when I was a freshman, they was like, well, when it's your time, we'll give it to you. So they gave it to me.
They want to hear you here in the
Oh, I'm sorry. They gave it to me, and I was like, hey, I can't do it by myself. So I was like, I'm calling up a good friend of mine, Bree. And then we added Owen because he's a great addition to the team as well. And now, we're doing our thing right now.
So this is a tradition then at the Williamstown, right?
So we gotta figure out the next 2 or 3 that we're gonna pass it to next year, class of 2024.
What do you think, Bree?
I mean, there's definitely people that you look at and you're like, oh, they'll be good to pass it down to keep on the legacy. But I think the 3 of us are really good as a friend group, and we come together and work together to make it good for the school.
So you heard what they were talking about how it's more of a tradition and everything. So you guys take this awfully serious.
Especially when we were freshmen, it was really, really exciting. We had a lot of energy, and that's what really brought it to our attention that we really want to run this when we're seniors, and it just seemed like really just exciting. Yeah, it seemed fun.
How organized is this? Do you have meetings during the week like, hey, this is what we're going to do?
Well, we have a group chat. We basically talk in there every day about what we want to do each week.
We argue
sometimes
a little
we dispute,
bit.
sometimes we go at it.
There are people here that are a little older than group chats. So explain what a group chat is.
So a group chat, it's like a group text, but we do it via Snapchat. We're just on Snapchat. We just go at it sometimes because sometimes we bump heads, but in the end we always work it out, and we can just come together and it's boom, magic.
And you guys have an awful lot of fun doing that.
Yeah. Yes.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do our open tomorrow night in the middle of you guys in the Chop House. How do you like that?
Sounds good.
All right?
Sounds great.
You ready to go tomorrow night?
100%.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're going to make Lenape feel very,
all that energy.
very
Yes, sir.
uncomfortable, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
It's a big football game,
Exciting, yeah.
All right.
Can't wait.
The Chop House is in the house. When we come back, we're going to wrap up the Coaches Show right here from Rack's Pub and Grill in Williamstown on BFA Sports.
No one out-cheeses, out-meats, out-supremes, out-crusts, or outstuffs the Hut. Because when it comes to making your favorites, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopaedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
Pizza Hut wings are bigger and better than the other pizza guys' wings. No one outwings the Hut.
The Claridge is the best destination to stay and play on the boardwalk in Atlantic City. Just steps away from the ocean, the Claridge has it all. The city's ultimate rooftop bar, wonderful restaurants, classic guest rooms with ultra-high-speed Wi-Fi, and 100,000 square feet of banquet and convention space for events and the wedding of your dreams. Book at Claridge.com for the best rates and find the best package for your stay. Discover all the Claridge has to offer.
And we're back with the coach and final segment of the coach's show here at Rax. You like coming here?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love
Yeah?
it. I love it.
I said to the kids, and I know when you came back on the set, your reaction to the kids put quite a smile on your face.
Yeah, listen, I'm telling you, it's a huge X factor for teams to come here and try to play us. You know, it's unwelcoming. You know, it just has that feel. But the feel is because that chop house is everything. When they're on fire, our players are on fire.
I was going to ask, too, and I don't know who I should be asking, but young Mr. Gerhardt, if anybody remembers him, he's got the guitar. He plays the anthem. That usually gets everybody fired up. Think we could give him a call?
Listen, that would be the icing on the cake, wouldn't it? And
Yeah.
then a win.
Yeah.
That would be it.
All right, so this was good because everybody got a sense of how the Braves are going to bounce back. And the term is bounce back. It got ugly in the second half. You felt, a lot of other people felt, I talked to some writers, that that game was yours to take at the end of the first half. No question.
Our
Right?
kids, and another thing that's big, you know, they pulled away. You know, it's a very good team, like I said, but our kids at no point quit. They never laid an egg. They never laid down. They fought to the very, very end. And to me, you know, I was extremely proud of the way our boys handled themselves, you know, given the fact that, you know, they were pulling away.
So I wanted to bring another point up that each season we talk about who are the unsung heroes, and usually they're underclassmen. And the pipeline's getting a lot better. And you got some good news about your freshman team.
Well, we got great news. We have the freshmen in the house. First win tonight. 21-14. It's a great job. 24-12. What did I say? 24-12. 24-12. That's a great win. That's a great win for those guys. You know, we have a lot of, you know, first-year players that never played football. You know, so, you know, you come into our program and then all of a sudden, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on with our, you know, with the offense, the defense, the terminology. So, you know, every time I see them, they're getting better and better every week. You know, but that's a big win for them. Hats off to the players and the coaches. Congratulations, guys. Very, very proud of you. Congratulations.
Final thoughts. You're back home. Lenape's in town. Always a rivalry game. Every week I ask you, what's the key? You give me the E word, execute. Anything different than that?
That we play our game. and there's no mistakes, there's no penalties. You know, we protect the football. We play solid defense. It all comes down to blocking and tackling, right?
X's and O's.
It's just blocking and tackling. And if we come out ready to go and execute the things that we've done well this week in practice, we'll be okay.
RV, we sat here afterwards and said, there's such thing as a productive loss. You mentioned the things that were positive. What was positive Friday at Millville that you didn't touch on yet?
The offense is clicking. You know, it's tough to defend us. You know, our team speed. You know, if we're hitting you on the perimeter, we get a guy, you know, now you got to get out of the box. Well, guess what? Number 8's running the ball. You know, and that's a problem, too. And we got a pretty solid offensive line the last time I checked. And we got Keyshawn Nixon who can fill in at T. And we got Julian Noel who can go at T. So as long as we're clicking and not making mistakes, it's hard to game plan against us.
That is the setup for tomorrow night as Lenape comes in to take on the Braves. Game time, 7 o'clock, kickoff here on BFA Sports. Join Coffee Jones and me for all the action here on BFA. 6 o'clock, I'm sorry. 7 o'clock kickoff, 6 o'clock pregame. I was right the first time. Brian Cope does not belong here.
He doesn't miss a thing.
So, for all the BFA Sports crew, the coach, Tom Kelly, we'll see you tomorrow night, and the Chop House is going to be live and rocking as the Braves look to even their season record at 2-2. Good night, everybody.